Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, after a 2 day hiatus that will hopefully get me more viewers, it won't, but hopefully, one can hope. I am going to be talking about Resident Evil 3, the third game in the Resident Evil franchise. This game is a classic. It's not quite as good as Resident Evil 2, but it's definitely better than the original. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, I will actually be talking about both Nemesis and the remake. So, the first half, talk about Nemesis. Resident Evil 3, you play as Jill Valentine, who gets stuck in Raccoon City during the zombie outbreak. There are some really cool things in this game, such as, yeah, Jill Valentine was a major character. She was the female protagonist of the original Resident Evil. Getting to play as her a bit more, with her having some mental issues, was pretty good. Um, this game greatly improves on the two that came before it in gameplay. Story wise, it's not quite as good as 2. Character wise, not as good as 2. Nemesis is nowhere near as good of a, I guess, antagonist as Mr. X was. Still good, but not amazing. The OG RE3 has a lot of great moments. It's a pretty decent game, especially for its time being a PS1 game and the last PS1 Resident Evil. RE3 is just good and well put together. Uh, Capcom doing a great job, as they usually did back in the 90s and even into the 2000s. Resident Evil 3 tells an incredible story, with Jill Valentine being a great protagonist. Now it's time to talk about RE3 Remake. It's nowhere near as good. Resident Evil 3 Remake is shorter, and it's not a great remake. You can beat this game in like an hour. It's very short. It's got a lot of cut content. It's still got some pretty enjoyable gameplay, but overall, RE3 Remake is just kind of a downgrade. So while the original I give a 9 out of 10 to, the remake is like a 5, and I'm being generous. It's not a great remake. It's a good game on its own, but it should have just been free. Like, if they were actually going to market, maybe not even free, but like a couple bucks. 10? I feel like 10 is fair for this. It's really not much. It's just kind of eh. So that's my opinion. If you disagree with my opinions, tell me in the comments. Overall, Resident Evil 3 is good if you play the original. The remake has its benefits, like it's more accessible, but still, overall, I do recommend that the original is just better.